kind of want to play it solo, see what we can do. Now that I think about it, where do I want to go? Probably down towards this beach, where all the danger is. That's okay, we're a Dilo. We're small and sneaky. Alrighty, any of you with a keen eye would have noticed this is old UI, and you would be correct. I'd already started editing this when the update dropped, and the footage was just too good to scrap, so I hope you don't mind. Enjoy. It's been a while since I played Dilo. Remember it being rather useless until you get your venom. So I think we're going to play it pretty safe starting off, scavenge, and we'll start picking it up from there. I also love playing Dilo, especially when it works. I feel like it's underrated. Creeper Dilos can take down most things. A solo? We'll see. If things get too hard, I might end up joining a group. Oh, there's a couple Carnos coming. The plan right now was to stick to the shadows, don't get seen, and especially don't fight. But when a golden opportunity presented itself, I couldn't resist. Carno's kind of like our nemesis. Ooh, I see a fat little potato. It's gonna take so many bites to kill this thing. Luckily, dibbles this size are a lot more tame than their older counterparts. Their movement is a lot more restricted. Come on, baby battle. We're cooking. Ooh, that was close. Immature. He must be low. Oh, what? Yay. Well, we got a kill already. Wasn't expecting to kill anything till we got a venom. Problem is I'm in a hot spot and someone's gonna come by in any second. Take away all my good hard work. Okay, now we just need the heart. That looks like it. Yeah. Let's go this way. Up into the trees. This double kill was the perfect start I needed. I now had all 3 diets, a high growth rate, and a full stomach. We now had time to relax and assess our next move. Oh, why is my skin so white? Oh no. Did not look like that in the skin creator. I may have just screwed myself. Let's head north a bit, get out of the south. As I'm now aware that clones do not work in the New South area whatsoever. So there's no point hanging around here. Plus there's also plenty of Carnos around. We don't want to deal with that. Yeah, we're at the entire heart already. I thought it was going to last. That's a lot longer. I'm gonna need food again. Smell food back this way. Oh, Herrera. Take it and run. A light snack, but we were gonna need something a little more substantial to feed our growing Dilo. So deeper into Highlands I went. There's food right in front of my face. Yum. Organs still intact. I had no idea what I was eating from, but a full set of organs to chow down, I couldn't complain. I try to maximize my stay and eat every last one. But here in Highlands, food doesn't go unnoticed for long. There's an Omni on the body. Shit. Kinda need to go that way to get water too. I'd already pushed my stay here long enough. My stomach was full anyway, so it was time to head to quieter lands to grow. But we will be back. Potato. Wouldn't mind fighting something like that when we get bigger. Whoa! Forgot that was a thing with Dilo. He just likes to attempt to end it all every chance he gets. Ooh, I just reached sub. We get our venom. This is where the fun begins. Now, a quick explanation on how venom and clones work, as I know many of you don't actually play the Owl, or have never played this dino. Firstly, there is 3 stages to venom, and the way you advance through the stages is by landing bites. So stage 1 is this green glow. It surrounds your victim in a dark fog. It can also be useful when trying to escape. Stage 2 is a dark green, which can be hard to tell, but this just makes the dark fog that much closer to the victim. And finally, stage 3, the purple. This one is the most important. Getting your opponent here allows you to use your clone ability. Each one of these bars under your foot is a clone, and every time you tap right click, it sends one in. Clones are invisible to you, but your opponent can see them sometimes. Most of the time not. The game's kind of funky. But this is a brief explanation. There is a lot of other things going on. But back to the story. I hear another Dilo. But before we can hunt again, we need water. We got West Access. Have a little look around. This is the part of the map they're removing. Based on what we're seeing from the hall test. It's a pretty part of the map. But ever since they added all these new trees, I think it was when the trike got released, this place hasn't been very active at all. It's still pretty active on Petits. These Dilos were kind enough to lend me some food. Then I saw one of the members dart off and looked to be in combat. Kano here. I think my clones are working. Depending on terrain or certain areas of the map, clones won't reach the target or simply won't work. In this case, I had to resort to old reliable, using my bite. Hi. So much for the solo life. We've got a pretty good crew here, I can't lie. Now I want to run with them. While the others sat with our food, I went and admired the beautiful views of West Access one last time. This might be the last time I ever come out this way, before all this gets nuked. A final drink from the hidden pond that hydrated so many, and then it was back to hunting.
Face tank.
Just a small guy, but the organs would be much appreciated for our growing members. And soon, all of us would have our venom.
Making our way to Islands. It's just gone 8:30. So, we get our little nighttime buff. Things are looking up.
And it wouldn't take long to find our first victims.
No, I'm getting cooked. Use the clones. Fractured. Damn, I was down to red. Take a while to heal this.
I took way too much damage just going in, being a jackass. The Petits put up a better fight than I thought they would. In fact, I was just 1 or 2 hits away from being completely dead. While licking my wounds in a bush, I reached full grown. What do we want to do?
Recover health slightly faster.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Screw efficient digestion.
We've actually been managing our food very well.
I was enjoying a snack when an unlucky visitor crossed our path.
Little stick. Just trying to help. I guess he's done for as well.
Poor little dude.
Yeah, our skin turned out alright. Not amazing.
We spent the morning looking for our next meal. But it was us that was being hunted. I was having this horrible lag, so once I escaped this Reddos, I had to restart my entire game. And when I came back, my teammates had vanished. No matter how hard I tried, I would never find them. From here on out, I was gonna be alone.
Well, I got an albino.
I may have lost my family, but I didn't see the sense in tearing another apart. But 10 minutes or so later, I would find a young stegling, and my stomach was starting to growl.
I'll be down to fight a mire. It's about to go nighttime very shortly. There's 2 of them
And a dibble. Guess we're not fighting them. Right, I saw something moving up at the pond. What is it? Tonto. Coming right here too. I'd failed to get him into the final stage from my ambush, and now it was going to be tricky to land that final bite. Purple. Finally, the hard part was done. Now to just kite him around and use my clones. But things are never that simple in the owl. I don't hear him getting hit though. Come on, clones. I never heard a single one of my clones land. And then the Tonto positioned himself up on the side of a cliff, where if clones were working, they wouldn't be able to reach anyway. Eventually the venom wore off and the Tonto became confident. Run! But all his confidence was lost once he was back in the final stage. He was back to green already. This is just dumb. Well, those clones had hit him. He'll be so hurt. But they weren't. Sometime later, I was in Delta, trying to track some Maya calls. But ran into something else. Is that a croc? Dude, these aren't even hitting me. Okay, I'm getting cooked. Now with back-to-back failed hunts under my belt, I was put into a tricky spot. The server population was dwindling as it was getting late into the night, and as a result, food would become scarce. And I resorted to picking up scraps, bones, rotten meat, whatever I could get my hands on, just to stay alive. Pick this patrol one more time and knowing that it's bedtime. Which kinda sucks, I'm in an all mood. If there's no players around, I do. And just as I said that, an opportunity to redeem myself appeared. Finally, I made a kill, but my current streak of bad luck continued. The dino died in the middle of the river and sunk to the bottom, out of reach. And in order to save my Dilo's life, I had to log out. Well, the NA server is currently too low hot to continue. Jumped on EU. An entire evening of playing the Isle wasn't enough for me. I still needed to get my fix in. And so began a new story, but with some familiar faces. Okay, maybe he cool. These little nuggets. A good little start. But from here on until I got my venom, I would solely live off of someone else's leftovers. But eventually I would reach sub, and that's when I found a reoccurring character to mess with. Dino's a little too big. Pretty sure I held it with one shot. It's still only small. Oh, a little stag. I need you. Sorry. A small meal, but it will keep starvation at bay. The Delta migration was pretty dead, so I circled the map all the way to the very top before I found my next victim. We won the battle, but suffered a couple fractures along the way. Dilo has this really cool posture when fractured. He holds his ribs with his left claw, and his jaw hangs wide open, like he's in pain and gasping for air. It's a nice touch. Yeah, heal this fracture quick, before some other creatures come along, bigger than Troodons. At the time, I didn't think much of these Troodons. But oh boy was I wrong. These players were some demons. Later on, I'd catch them take out an adult Stegosaurus. Whoa, they actually killed a steg. Oh, these Troodons are on it. Oh, that looks so fun. Man, I better watch my back. These guys might clap me. It's gonna be one of those ones. It's over. Not quite, but if I get hit with that combo one more time, I'm a goner. This time, every clone I sent in landed. This was looking good, up until daytime had rolled around and I needed to reapply the venom. Dude, look at that movement of the devil. It's so stupid. No, not enough to get him purple.
Rolled the dice a couple times and gotten super lucky. This was getting way too sketchy to continue, so off I went in search of easier prey.
No, not a Carno. We do not fare well against a Carno.
I was closing in on a Gallimimus, but that's when I got a mixed species warning and opted to fall back. That's when I got spotted.
Oh, we got him! Sometimes Carnos get confused on whether they should charge, ram, or alt attack when someone's close. And the correct answer almost 100% of the time for Carno is just ram. Get distance, reset, ram.
Once the coast was clear, I was able to attend to my kill. Then found somewhere safe to drink, but I would return once darkness was upon us. Tonight's the night. The Soretto on the rock was going to be my first victim. But then I saw movement in the bushes just ahead of me.
Move! I'd like to say credit for that kill. That was all me. What's this galley done?
What an idiot.
Whoa. It's like moving backwards, whatever this shit is. No, is it coming morning already? It is. Dude, it's over. Dude, that nighttime went so fast. I need to
heal. This is dumb. I kind of screwed myself. After some healing, I stumbled across a dibble. Now, I really wanted to take one of these suckers out, even if it meant fighting during daylight. No. Oh, I'm scared. Not my best decision, but I still had my original Dilo on NA. And I got destroyed by the first dino I came across. I think I'm screwed. Made it this far into my video? Make sure you leave a like on it. Comment, I always read them. Subscribe if you're new around here. Maybe check out some of these videos. Pretty good. And I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.